We've got Hatton on the line, though. Manchester United fan. What do you want to talk about, Hatton?
Hi, Mark. First of all, I just want to say big fan.
Thank you.
I just want to talk about today. We saw Manchester City and Liverpool. Liverpool came to the Etihad, gave them a real go.
Yeah.
Arsenal didn't play well, managed to get the win. Chelsea, they look like they need a striker to really be in contention for the top. And my concern is with Man United. How far are we from being able to compete with Varane falling out with the manager? I feel like United are going in the opposite direction.
Well, look, I've watched United every game this season, as I'm sure you have, Hatton, and I think United are probably in a bit of a false position. Well, we're not now. I think we've dropped to 8th, which is probably about where we should be. I thought over the international break, 6th was a little bit high, considering how bad we've been. I think there's a major amount of work there, and there are definitely problems off the pitch. I mean, how do you feel about what is a massive week? I mentioned it there. Everton away, Galatasaray away, Newcastle away. Be nice to win all 3. Do you think that's doable for United at the moment?
It'd be nice, but my concern is the fact that Arsenal got to play today. They've got the game on Wednesday. We're playing on Sunday. We have a day's less rest. With the amount of injuries we've got, that's only going to invite more and more injuries, and it doesn't look good for us, I think.
I've got an interesting stat for you, Hatton, actually. United have scored 15 fewer goals than Brighton this season. Wow. Everton have scored 1 more goal than us. They're pretty damning, pathetic statistics. Why do you think we're not scoring enough goals this season?
Well, Rashford, we know, he's a big confidence player. When his mood's right, he's on a hot streak. He's scoring goals every game. Unfortunately, he's currently not in that position. And we've got players like Sancho who just, for whatever personal reasons, we don't have them available. And that's when we need them the most. We need them now to come in, alternate the players, get Rashford on the bench, give him a break for a week, bring him back, see if he can perform. Unfortunately, it's just a spiral of negativity, I think.
Hatton, thank you very much for your call. Just looking on the YouTube live chat, actually, PJ's just said there, United have had some very easy wins. I can't deny that. We've beaten Sheffield United away. We've beaten Burnley away. We've had Luton at home. We know those 3 clubs are very, very, very likely to go down. I think we've got Bournemouth in a couple of weeks, which is good at home. But yeah, Wolves, we were a bit lucky against them. Fulham was a good scrap, but they're not doing particularly well. There's harder games coming for Manchester United, especially in the Premier League. Everton away tomorrow, Newcastle away next Saturday night on talkSPORT. We've got Chelsea at home the following game. We've got Liverpool coming up away, West Ham away, Villa at home. December's going to be a real test. I would say the same thing I've said about Chelsea, though. There's more pressure on Ten Hag, which I think is unfair. It's almost like last season's been forgotten. There has been huge injury problems. Somebody in our live chat actually said, imagine Newcastle with a full side. Well, same goes for everyone. Imagine Brighton with a full side. They've got an amazing amount of injuries. Imagine Man United. Imagine Arsenal if they had Timber and Partey, or if they bought a striker. Loads of people are in this position. But I think that with Manchester United, same as Chelsea, we can't react quickly here. We've got to stick with this gap manager and work through the multiple issues. But whilst you're trying to do that, these games come thick and fast. And I think with the lack of goals, Ten Hag's been very loyal to Marcus Rashford. He stuck by him. And I think he's just absolutely waiting for that Rashford goal in the hope that it's just going to go like last season where he can score loads and loads and loads more goals. But look, I've said there about Everton. I think Galatasaray in the week's huge. I think Newcastle, looking at Newcastle today, it's going to be really difficult to go into that environment. We're playing survival football. I said this before the break. Manchester United are playing survival football. We're scrapping 1-0 wins against Luton at home and Fulham away. You're not going to get away with that for long. So we've got to find a plan where we can be more expansive, because you're not going to get away playing survival football at Newcastle or against Chelsea or Liverpool. So there has to be some evolution from Ten Hag, and very, very quickly, because it's not been the best season, but we're not in a terrible position if we can start picking up those wins.